It's been a minute, to say the least. It's June 20th, Friday. Actually had the day off of work today. And yeah, it's been some time since I've done some filming. I've been super busy, as you can expect with having a 2-year-old and a newborn. He's not, a newborn anymore. He's 4 months old, going on 5 months this week, actually. But yeah, just been super busy with dad life, with family life. So haven't done a whole lot of filming as of late, but I plan to change that here pretty quick. You know, we're getting to that time frame in the summertime where things are starting to get exciting now. It's the end of June. I cannot believe it's this time of year already. I say that every single year, but it just seems like the years go by faster and faster and faster, and I just can't believe that we're already to the end of June, coming up really fast on July. And yeah, velvet season's basically here. By the time we get to, you know, a couple weeks into July, you know, these bucks are really gonna start packing on some inches in terms of velvet growth. So I am pumped because of that. I came out today to mow. As I mentioned, I haven't been filming a whole bunch lately, just in terms of spring and summer projects and things like that, but that doesn't mean we haven't been out doing them. I've been out mowing these paths on the home farm here for, you know, since the beginning of May, end of April. And me and Jonathan have come out a couple different times, and Jonathan weed eated a couple big paths that we normally weed eat to get to a couple different spots that, well, one, we use them as access routes to different stand locations, and we also use them as access to different camera locations, and we like to run cameras there in the summertime. So Jonathan and I were out here back in the, I'd say mid-spring. We did a bunch of chainsaw work, did a lot of cutting in and around a couple of our favorite spots on this property that we gravitate towards the most whenever we come and hunt here, especially during the rut. And those locations had been kind of taken over by, you know, bush honeysuckle and autumn olive and things like that, some locusts, some hedge trees, and we wanted to get in there this off season and do a bunch of trimming, do a bunch of cutting, just to be able to see a little bit better from these spots. And did a little bit of stand work. We had to move a couple of stands, take a couple of stands down, adjust a couple. We still have a lot of stand work left to do, don't get me wrong, but we wanted to go ahead and get a head start on some of that stuff. And then as the summer progresses, you know, obviously we'll get more and more done as we go on here. We've been doing all that like we always do. As I always say, it's deer season year round. I just haven't filmed a lot of it. I haven't filmed hardly any of it because things have been crazy, busy, in my household anyway, and I know my brother is the same, but that is the reasoning behind not having a lot of footage to this point. But now that we are getting into the thick of things, so to speak, here in the summer, as far as velvet scouting and velvet filming, and bean fields here coming up pretty quick, and these bucks starting to throw up, you know, a lot of inches before too long, we're gonna start putting up some cameras. So anyway, yeah, gonna hop on this mower, get the paths touched up, and get a couple camera sites prepped, and then kind of go from there. So I am super pumped that we're already here to this time in the summer where these bucks are throwing up some velvet, some significant velvet, and yeah, really excited for the weeks to come. So I'm gonna get started. It is June 22nd, I think today is. And hanging the first camera right there of the season, of the summer. And actually making the first mock scrape right out here of the summer as well. And wow, it is hot. It's like 96 right now. And here I'm bundled up head to toe. I try to take every precaution I can against poison ivy. I hate getting poison ivy, but I wanted to stop doing what I was doing really quick because I thought it was really interesting. This camera that I'm going to set up right now, it's one of our best spots. We've run a camera in this spot for a long time on this property. And what it is, it used to be a section of this cattle pasture, and eventually the landowner fenced it off out here. It kind of created this perfect little inside corner bedding area / staging area right here, and it is super thick back here. It's like this little cove, we call it. There's some good overstory, some nice shade in here, but it's not totally choked out by timber. These are all young walnuts that are in here. And so it allows for good shade, but there's also a nice breeze that blows over the top of this ridge in here. This is the finger of a ridge that comes back in off this pasture, off this old pasture back here, and then goes into the timber back here behind me. But it's never really got timbered in here, and it's never really got super wooded. I mean, look at all this growth back here behind me. There's a fair amount of sunlight still gets to the forest floor in here, so you get some of this undergrowth where it's not just totally choked out by timber. It's not just leaf litter basically on the forest floor in here. So over the years, we've got some of our best pictures on this property, even in the summertime. I mean, throughout the season for sure, but definitely in the summertime from this little section here. We've kind of nicknamed it Party Cove over the years. And it's been one of our best spots by far on this property. Every year we're like, we have to get a camera back in Party Cove. That's one of our first cameras that we set up every single summer. Typically what we do when we set this spot up in the summer is we start a mock scrape. And I know it's June. That may seem a little crazy to some people, but we start our mock scrapes as soon as we put cameras out in the summertime, which is usually mid-June, early June, late June, early July. Whenever that is, we're usually setting camera locations on the, in a transition area like this, between bed and food or on the edge of food. But usually we're going to set them up with a mock scrape in front of it. We try to bring a lot of things together, with natural travel corridors, big trails, food, bedding, and we just put a big old mock scrape right out in front of that camera. And hopefully we can get some bucks to start using it. And so this is a spot right here. You can see the licking branch hanging down right here behind me. I've been running a mock scrape here for a few years now, but last year I really got pretty serious about these licking branches. You can see there's not any leaves left on those limbs, and I actually zip tied them to the overhanging limb of this walnut tree, and I left them there. There's the overhanging limbs. And there's where I normally put the scrape, and there's a big trail coming through this grass, coming right over to it. And there's also a really big trail that goes right over here on the east side of that cove. So that was the first thing I noticed once I weeded my little path coming back in here, was that these deer have still been using this scrape. So this has been here all year long. So thought that was really cool that I really, like I said, we've had a mock scrape here for a few years now, but last year I really put a lot of work into it and really made sure I was going to get these limbs hanging down. I'm going to go ahead and get all this cleared out with the weed eater. Obviously, this time of year the deer are not going to be pawing at the ground, but they will hit these licking branches, and they'll hit these licking branches all year long. If I don't think that this licking branch is getting a lot of use, I might come in here and switch out that branch that's on there currently. But if it seems to produce all right, I might just leave it and come back before season, and eventually I'll probably cut those zip ties and switch it out for a fresh limb. But right now, I mean, it seems like it's been getting some pretty good use for early summer. And like I said, big trail, and they've already been standing right there at the licking branches. So I'm going to keep all of it as natural as possible, just keep it the way it is. Anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I was doing, why I was doing it. Mock scrapes in June might seem a little strange, but hey, this is what we do. This is what has worked for us. Plus, we're in Illinois, and this is the best way to get inventory of the bucks we've got in the area is by setting up mock scrapes, even this early, because they will hit these licking branches if it's in the right spot. They will hit these licking branches year round, and you'll get almost every buck in the area if you have them in the right spots. And in Illinois, obviously, it's illegal to put any sort of supplemental feed out in front of cameras or in front of the cameras or anything. So we can't get any summer inventory, so to speak, that way. And so this is the best option that we have, and actually, it works pretty damn good, I'll admit. So, and besides, I just love getting photos and videos of deer hitting licking branches. I just think it's awesome. I'm going to finish cleaning this up, finish getting this all weed eated out, get that little scrape, get it down to the dirt right under those licking branches, and then finish getting this cell camera set up, get out of here, and hopefully it won't be too much longer and it'll be sending me some decent pictures. So